If you look at your life right now, you might notice something that feels quiet. While the rest of the world seems to move in packs, surrounded by constant noise, group chats, and busy weekends, you often find yourself standing alone. Society looks at this empty space around you and they get worried. They call you antisocial. They call you withdrawn. They ask why you don't put yourself out there more. They assume that because your circle is empty, your life must be lacking. But they are missing the point. An empty room isn't always abandoned. Sometimes it's a gallery that is under strict curation. You are not friendless. You are a curator. And the reason you walk alone isn't because you are broken. It is because you are protecting the collection. The first reason your circle is small is simple. You have a malfunctioning tolerance for performance. Most social groups survive on a certain amount of grease, little lies, performative smiles, gossip disguised as concern. For most people, this is just playing the game. But for you, it feels like nails on a chalkboard. You have a high sensitivity to inauthenticity. You hear the false note in a laugh. You feel the energy shift when someone is pretending. You cannot just play along. So, given the choice between a room full of actors or a night of silence, you choose the silence. You aren't antisocial. You are just allergic to the fake. The second trait is your depth setting. Have you ever been in a conversation about the weather or sports or what happened at work and felt your brain physically shutting down? It's not arrogance, it's oxygen. Most people are snorkelers. They are happy floating on the surface of interaction. But you are a deep sea diver. You can't breathe on the surface. You want to talk about what drives us, what scares us, the patterns of the universe. Finding people who can swim at that depth is rare, and you would rather swim alone in the deep than suffocate in the shallows. Then there is the cost of operation. People often ask, why are you so tired after just one party? They don't understand that you are paying a higher tax than they are. When you interact, you aren't just listening to words. You are reading micro-expressions, absorbing tone, analyzing intent, and processing the emotional weight of the room. Your brain is running a supercomputer while they are running a calculator. Your need for solitude isn't a weakness. It is the necessary cooling cycle for a high-performance engine. Finally, there is the matter of security. If you look back at your history, you will likely find a moment where you let the wrong person in. A betrayal, a breach of trust. Society tells you that you have trust issues, that you built a wall. But a curator knows that the most valuable museums have the tightest security. You realize that your energy, your loyalty, and your peace are rare artifacts. You don't leave the doors wide open anymore. The drawbridge works fine. It just doesn't lower for tourists. It only lowers for those who have proven they are worthy of the entry fee. If you have few or no friends right now, do not let the world convince you that you are failing. Quantity is a metric for the insecure. Quality is the metric for the sovereign. You are building a sanctuary. You are keeping the air clean. And yes, it might be quiet in there for a while. But the curator knows a secret. It is better to walk alone in a clean, quiet hall than to be lost in a crowded room where you can't even hear yourself think. You aren't empty. You are just selective. And that is a beautiful way to be.